now we are going to start, and therefore I would like to ask Johannes Sonnen to introduce himself. So could you tell us more about your company called DKE Data?
Yeah, the company DKE Data was founded in the year 2016 from 10 agriculture machinery manufacturers. They sit together and say we need to do something to reduce the effort to integrate different interfaces from different software products the farmers are using, and therefore say we need something in the middle. And they have the future outlook and say we need to create a company, a neutral company. It makes no sense that one company do that by their own. And they founded this company, named it DK Data. DK Data stands for nothing, it's only the company name. We are located in Osnabrück, and then we started together with the machinery manufacturers the conception of a neutral data exchange platform. It's called Agrirouter. And the big goal is to have inside the machines only one interface, so an interface to Agrirouter, that the machine can be connected to the Agrirouter, and also for the software product, that was the goal, that makes it easier for the farmer to connect different software products with different machines, so that he has the freedoms. And we see that here on our screens. This is the old world here with the bilateral connections to each other. And one of the next slide, we see this Agrirouter as a central element, but I can say this is not one big Agrirouter for all the farmers. It's an Agrirouter per farmer. It's individual. It's quite similar to our smartphones. We have that also individual. I think, other apps as you use the apps on your smartphones. And this is very important because the farms are very different. So every farmer produces different crops, so therefore you need different software products, you need different machines. Yeah? That was the reason why we say we don't create one big Agrirouter, we only create the exchange platform in the middle, and the farmer can connect on the machines and the software products. And we see here on the screen our so-called agriculture value chain. As I mentioned, we see the farmer as a businessman, so he needs to earn money with the production of the crops. And therefore, we built Agrirouter to exchange data along the whole value chain. We started in arable farming between the machines and the software products, but today we are actually going more on the right side to the storage and food processing. We are also going more to the left side, to the food, to the livestock part, to the input companies. So I can say to you, for example, in the livestock area, we are in contact now with some feeding mixing companies, including Kuhn, and we are actually developing the format to exchange the reception for the feeding mixer with different feeding mixing or feeding management programs. There are also a lot of feeding management software programs existing, and that's the same situation as we started in arable, in the same situation in livestock farming. We have a lot of machines, we have a lot of software products, and they have bilateral connections, and they say, oh, this is a lot of effort, let's do something in the middle, and therefore it's the Agrirouter. So the Agrirouter is built for exchange data along the whole value chain. You see also here the word data logistic. That means that we in the future not only want to focus on the pure data exchange, we also want to solve problems for converting data, correction data, of data preparation, something like that, validation. So all things that helps to have a higher compatibility as we have it today. So that the farmer can use the Agrirouter in the background for optimization, his production process day by day.
Thank you so much for this interesting insight. And you've mentioned also shareholders, or let's say partners. How many of them are included in the project around the Agrirouter?
Yeah, we started with 10 in 16, and now we are at the end of 21. We are 16 shareholders with 27 brands. You see here the brands on the screen. The reason is why we have more brands instead of shareholders. That the reason is because some of the shareholders have more than one brand. For example, CNH or the company Excellent Industries that is located here in Paris. And I can tell you that as we are open, so each machine manufacturer can become our shareholder, that we will offer news to Agritechnica in the beginning of next year. And some big new companies will join this group, so be aware what happened. And some more smaller companies will also join this group. So the group is growing, and we invited all machinery manufacturers to become part of the group.
So just to inform our viewers, the Agritechnica is a big exhibition next year in 2022 in Germany. And from the practical point of view, how does the Agrirouter work? Tell us.
Yeah, so the Agrirouter runs in the background for the farmer, but we have a user interface. So when the farmer starts, so after creating an account, it's very easy. It's like similar to create an Amazon account. Then he has an account and the Agrirouter is empty. Then he needs to connect the machines. And therefore we have two ways. One, we have the direct way. That means that the terminal or the communication box that is located on the machine talks to the Agrirouter in a direct way. So for example, we will see here in a demonstration later the CCI terminal. The CCI terminal is connected to the internet, and then with a small application that runs on the terminal, it talks to Agrirouter. And therefore that terminal talks to my Agrirouter account. I go to my account and get a so-called registration code. And this registration code I put one time in the terminal, and then the terminal knows, I have to talk to the Agrirouter of me. And then we have the second way to connect machines. That is the indirect way. That means that a machine is connected to a manufacturer platform. So more and more machinery manufacturers offers so-called manufacturer platforms. They offer services for spare parts. They offer services for winter check and so on. Then the machine is connected to this manufacturer platform X factory. So when the machine is leaving the factory, and then the farmer goes to this manufacturer platform with his account and say, okay, this machine from this manufacturer should connect to my Agrirouter. So he don't need a registration code. He only say this machine should connect to my Agrirouter. On the software side, it's quite similar. When you go inside the software, most likely in the settings, there is a slider, connect to Agrirouter, then a screen comes up and asks me for my username, my password, and then the software is connected. That is very easily. And when you have set up the Agrirouter ecosystem for your farm, it runs in your background, and you don't need to open the Agrirouter interface. It runs in the background. So when you have set up, nothing is to do. When a new machine maybe comes to the farm or new software product, then you do a new onboarding, we say, and that's all.
So I've got another question. How can the farmer manage his machines and software on the other side in this interface?
Yeah, so he can open the interface of the Agrirouter with login. But we get feedback from the market that most of the farmers say, we don't want to manage so many in the interface. Yes, it's available, but can you do that a little bit easier? And therefore, we developed or integrated in the Agrirouter two standard group, a standard group for machine and a standard group for software. When you now connect a machine to your Agrirouter, it becomes an endpoint in the standard machine group, the same for the software in the software group. And these both groups are linked to each other for all data formats that are here, the parcels and letters. This is the default setting. So that means when the farmer connects a machine, connect the software, data exchange directly can start without doing anything on the interface. But when the farmer say, I want to individualize the setting for one of the machines, then he take that machine of the standard group out and make individual settings. So he can do so. So when the farmer then asks how I should do that, so we have a lot of learning material. We call that quick start guides in an easy way and an expert version. And therefore steps are described, what to do to create a new route and so on. So you can individualize that anymore. Or for example, when you connect your Agrirouter account to another Agrirouter account. So a farmer is working together with a contractor. So he can start very easily and then can grow up after time when he more knows how Agrirouter in detail work. But start very easily, and that is what the most farmers are started with.
Okay, so maybe you can tell me something more. Are all the machines on the farm connectable to the Agrirouter or just the most recent ones?
Oh, the answer is yes. So all machines can be connected to the Agrirouter, and therefore some of the hardware providers on the market offer so-called retrofit telemetry connections. This retrofit telemetry connections are listed on our website. We make a certification. Is that box running fine with the Agrirouter? And then the farmer can buy such a box. I think God here will show us one of an example. And connect to the ISOBUS or to whatever connection to the tractor or to the machine, and then connect this machine also to his Agrirouter. Because no farmer will buy a new machine only for connecting to Agrirouter. So the existing machines on the farm can therefore be connected with the Agrirouter. When the farmer buys a new tractor, he can say, okay, this new tractor also should be directly ex-factory have the possibility to connect to Agrirouter. But with this retrofit units, he can use it for the existing machine, also for new machines. Maybe the farmer say, I don't like the manufacturer platform in between, therefore I buy a retrofit unit or a terminal and connect the machine in a direct way. So this is, the farmer has the freedom to do so. And a lot of these providers offers this solution. So we don't sell that, but we have a central overview to find the right solution for me. So this is also possible to connect here machines from manufacturers that are actually not in our boat. Yeah, so for example, the Deere tractor or a Claas tractor can also be connected with retrofit units to the Agrirouter.
I understand. So one more question. I've heard about the fact that the Agrirouter platform is an international one. Which countries can use it?
All countries can use it, but it depends on the language. So we support today the language English, French, German, Russian and Italian is coming next, as the government of Italian gives subsidies for smart farming solutions, and therefore we have more and more requests from Italian. So, and you see here when maybe a new country raises up and the more and more requests coming up, then we will add additional languages. So we have also a list in the background. And the language the Agrirouter can be used is depending on the language of the computer. So when my computer, or here example from Gautier, the computer is on French, yeah? Then when you open a browser, the Agrirouter automatically is visible in the French language. So you don't have to check that, that is automatically done in the background. The same is for our website. Our website is also available in this languages you see here. And we always translate the Agrirouter interface, and we also translate all the material we have on the website. You see here also the logo SAP. SAP is our IT provider. So it's not a partner, it's not a shareholder, it's a pure IT provider. They are responsible for the stability of Agrirouter and for enhancement we do together with the machinery manufacturers and the partners. And last but not least, when you open the Agrirouter, for example, in Netherlands, so you see here Netherlands or Dutch is not on the list, then it opens automatically in English as a default language.
I'm asking myself, where can I find a list of brands and devices which are showing the compatibility with the Agrirouter?
Yeah, so we have a so-called marketplace on our website available, and in this marketplace all available software products that can be connected to the Agrirouter and all available telemetric connections are visualized. Some providers offers their product only in different languages, so the marketplace make a filter on the language, but all available products in my language are visible in the marketplace, and I can click, for example, here on software product, get more detailed information, I get some screenshots, I get information about which data formats the software supports, and then I can click on a website and go to the provider. So for example, here my EasyFarm, then I go to the My EasyFarm guys, and the My EasyFarm guys offers them then licenses per year, per month, I don't know exactly. So this is not our not our business case. So the selling of the software or from the hardware is done by the provider. We only have that central overview because we want to offer a farmer a central possibility to see what solutions are available, that he don't need to use the whole to search in the whole internet.
And you've also produced some videos to show our viewers what's behind the Agrirouter. Could you tell us more?
Yeah, we have produced so-called use case videos. So the use case videos are in combination with a machine manufacturer and a software provider, and we do that on real farms, so by real Agrirouter users. We make some, we record the material during the machine is driving on the field. We make some interviews with the farmers. These videos are available on all our website and also on our YouTube channel. And they are also available in different languages. The same is for the Agrirouter Connect events, as we did it here today. We have already produced Agrirouter Connect events, and you can see that on our website or our YouTube channel. So I make a suggestion, make a subscription on our YouTube channel, then you get informed with new videos we uploaded. So then you are still up to date, and you can look all these videos when you have free time on your farm.